we're going to try to show you by using some different materials such as oil and marker and so forth, to show you what the differences in the coatings are, and hopefully you'll be able to see also their anti-reflective coatings and how they are superior on the Sigma. In my hand I have a Tiffin filter, and I'm going to try and get some light to shine off of it just so you can see what it's like. And then next I'm going to put a Tech Pro in my hand, which is a little bit bigger, just so you can get an idea of what the anti-reflective qualities are like. And lastly I'm going to put the Sigma WR filter, which is going to be a little bit better than the other two. So here I'm going to do a little water test, and I'm going to drop some water onto the filter, and I want to show you how it works when you have it dripping on the filter. And you can see the water right on the filter isn't really coming off at all. It's just sort of sliding off like a piece of glass. Next I'm going to try the Tech Pro and do the same thing. So here I have the Tech Pro filter, and I'm going to put a drop of water on it. There we go. And it's going to run down. And it leaves a little bit of a trace, but it's doing a much better job of shedding than the first filter that we had. Still. There we go. Lastly, I have the Sigma filter. I'm going to put the drop of water on here. And as you can see, it sheds it very, very well. There's virtually no remnants of water. It's all in the ring. Does a much better job than the other two. Now we're going to do a test with oil, and I'm going to use a 3-in-1 oil, and we're just going to put a drop on each filter and see what the differences are. Oops, too much. So there we go. I put a bit much on there, but as you can see, it's not repelling anything really. It's just globbing all over. And on the Tech Pro, it's actually repelling it pretty good compared to the other one. It's running down there. And lastly, the WR filter, which is doing an excellent job of repelling the oil. As you can see, it's almost running off completely. Now I'm going to use a Sharpie permanent marker, and I'm going to show you how each filter will react to something that's like a Sharpie, which is something that's very hard to get off normally. For all intents and purposes, I'm going to use the other side of the Tiffin filter because it was hard for me to clean off the oil. It didn't want to come off very much, so I'm going to use the other side of the glass. Make an X there, and I'm going to try and rub it off with my finger. And as you can see, it stayed on there pretty good. Next, I'm going to do the Tech Pro, and I'm going to use the other side of it to be fair. And I'm going to use the same finger, and this one comes off pretty good. A little bit there, but with a little bit more rubbing, you can definitely get it off. And lastly, I'm going to do the Sigma, And I'm using the other side of the glass as well. It doesn't even want to show up when I make the X. It's almost like it repels it right away. Look at that excellent job it does. I've done it 3 times now and you can almost not even see what I've done. And with my finger going over it, it's gone completely. It's all on my finger. So I showed you 3 different tests. They're not perhaps real world tests that you would go through when you're carrying your camera going out for a day of shooting, but it does show you that the filter will make a difference in repelling dirt and water, and that'll make it'll be better for your overall shooting experience when you have something that's of superior quality.